Every morning, Leo would wake up and stare at the bright yellow sun. He squinted, tilted his head, and whispered, "It looks just like a giant egg." At school, while others drew smiling suns, Leo drew a sunny-side-up egg floating in the sky. One day, he said, "It might crack." He imagined the sun cracking wide open, spilling golden yolk across the world. People would need toast instead of umbrellas. One evening, Leo asked his dad, "Is the sun really an egg?" His dad smiled and said, "Maybe it's the Earth's breakfast light." From that day on, Leo kept imagining, not because it was true, but because it made the world a lot more fun. And who knows, maybe tomorrow, the sun will come with bacon. Emma didn't like frogs. Not one bit. They were slimy, jumpy, and made weird ribbit sounds. Every time she saw one, she ran like it was a tiny monster. One day, at school, she opened her backpack, and there it was. A frog. Just sitting there like it wanted a snack. Emma squealed and dropped her book. But the frog didn't chase her. It just blinked, and sat down. She looked closer. The frog wasn't scary at all. It was just sleepy. And a little funny, too. From that day on, Emma didn't run from frogs anymore. In fact, she named that one Pickles, and they became best friends. Sometimes, the things we fear are just waiting to be our friends. Mia loved animals more than anything. While other kids played games, she sat quietly in her garden, listening to birds and squirrels. "If only I could understand them," she whispered. One sunny morning, a tiny yellow bird landed near her feet. "Hello there," Mia said. And the bird chirped back, just once, like it understood. That day, something magical happened. A squirrel, a bunny, even a cat from next door, all came closer. Mia spoke softly, and somehow, they listened. She didn't know if it was magic or kindness, but from that day on, animals always gathered near her, like she spoke their secret language. She named them all, Pip, Whiskers, Luna, and more. Mia didn't need words. She just needed love, and open ears. Sometimes, the best conversations don't need any words at all. Lucas loved soccer more than anything. But every time he tried to score, he missed. Left, right, over the goal, never in. His teammates tried not to laugh, but Lucas felt embarrassed. He sat on the bench, thinking maybe soccer just wasn't for him. One day, the coach said, "Lucas, go to goal." Everyone thought it was a joke, until Lucas dove and blocked the first shot. Again and again, he jumped, rolled, and saved every ball. The team went wild. Lucas had found his place, he was a natural. From that day on, Lucas became the team's hero. Not for scoring goals, but for stopping them all. Sometimes, the goal you were chasing is the one you're meant to protect. It was a bright Saturday morning when Mia, Leo, and Sophia visited the zoo for the very first time. With wide eyes and big smiles, they ran to the gates, ready for adventure. The first animal they saw was a giraffe, tall, calm, and munching leaves way up high. "Its neck is longer than a bus," said Leo, pointing in amazement. At the monkey habitat, they couldn't stop laughing. The monkeys jumped, danced, and even made silly faces, like they were putting on a show just for the kids. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed from the lion's cave. Mia jumped and grabbed Sophia's arm, but they all giggled after. "He just wants to say hello," joked Sophia. Before leaving, they bought matching zoo hats and took a silly photo together. It was a day full of laughter, learning, and new memories. Some trips stay in your heart forever, especially when shared with friends.